All right. Close ball game, tight ball game. Um, I thought Erasmo battled really well early on. It looked as if maybe he wasn't as sharp as we've seen him pretty consistently. Kind of, it seemed like he was trying to make that perfect pitch and just couldn't quite make it. But saying that, he gave up 2 earned runs or 3 runs, whatever. So he still gave us an opportunity. Cedeno comes in, gets some big outs, and then Matt Andrees, really came in and provided a huge boost. That's the big positive. The way he pitched out of the bullpen, and got some guys to where we didn't blow through our entire bullpen. So that was huge. Offensively, I think you got to tip your cap to Volquez. He was tough, and he had the changeup really going. Obviously, we had a tough time laying off of it. He had it in the zone, and then he would chase you out of the zone with it. We kind of knew coming into the game that, or this entire series, if you got to get the starter, because when you get behind, their bullpen is quite a weapon for them. That's about it. Good. I mean, close ball game, tight ball game.
How much more does it hurt that the call that you got ejected on ended up deciding the ball game?
You know what? It stings, but it's baseball. That's part of what it is. I think the replay shows enough.
Did Honora refuse to just take a look? I mean, you had no challenge at that point. What was his comment back to you? I'm sure you asked him to take a look, but would he not just take a look to be sure?
No, you're not allowed to take a look. I wouldn't ask him to take a look. Once the challenge is used, then the call on the field stands and where we were at.
Well, you were holding up 2 fingers to him. Was that in reference to the home run, or was it when you said about saying when you were saying that was twice?
Basically, yeah.
The home run, because you thought he got the B ring.
No, that's twice, as in 2 calls on the day.
Okay.
At first base.
The other one being the Sobers.
Correct.
As far as Matt Andrees and what you guys have, brought him up and down all season,
yep.
What do you think he means to this bullpen?
Quite a bit, because he went down to his credit, went down to Durham throughout the juggling that took place this year. He pitched well for us here. We don't have, and he started in Durham, and he really evolved. He took off and dominated down there. And then coming back here, this is a new role, and it's somewhat similar to what we've talked about with Alex Colome. It's maybe a tick different mindset. Maybe it's not eliminate a pitch, but you got to be ready to go from pitch 1. And I think from where Matt Andrees was his last time out to tonight was a totally different mentality, much more conviction with his pitches, pitched to his strength. So it showed up really good for him. He picked us up in a huge way, because going into Erasmo's outing, I mean, you're looking at basically 4 innings, 90 pitches. There's potential there again to just kind of, like I said earlier, run through the bullpen. And what Matt Andrees provided to hold the game at 3-2, give us an opportunity to tie it up or take a lead, was huge, and not have to use another pitcher.
Loney getting doubled up at second. What happened there?
You know what? It was an aggressive read by J-Lo that their outfielders, Kansas City, they play somewhat shallow. I think J-Lo off the bat probably knew there was a chance that ball was going to fall, and was doing everything he could to score on the play. The left fielder made a nice play charging in, and kind of a shoelace catch.
Kevin, we've talked a lot about the replay, and it's in its infant stages, sort of. I mean, is there something in your mind that they could do to something when it's so blatantly obvious that it's the wrong call? I mean, and I know you have your challenge and they don't want to do the game, but I mean,
yeah, I mean, I think they're battling with obviously pace of play, the timing of the game, but I think a lot of things a lot of these issues, a lot of the rules will obviously be revisited this offseason. What they decide to do, what Major League Baseball decides to do, I have no idea. But I know their Major League Baseball and the Players Association are working very hard. They want to do everything they can to get it as consistent as possible.
Because, I mean, I know it's got to be really frustrating based on the fact you've had so many go against you this year when they couldn't nail down the exact evidence, and then this one's here it is totally blatant, and it goes against you.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, all 30 teams play to that rule. Whether it shows up more for us or not, I have no idea. But everybody's playing to those rules.